Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah. Asshole. What's up? J Street Moto here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time. I hope that you stick around and get something out of it. Check out some of the other videos. So I am super freaking stoked. We are 1 week away from the Canada trip. This time next week, this is Friday morning, this time next week, we'll already be on the road, headed up north. I can't wait. I'm so freaking excited. I think everything is ready to go. What I mean by that is, got the most recent issues with Darla corrected. Changed out the front fuel injector. The rear fuel injector had already been swapped. New tires on the bike. Transmission's been fixed. I just recently took it in and had the brakes and the clutch both flushed, and had them do a 3-hole oil change for me and check everything out. They also adjusted the tension on the belt. It was off a little bit. So, bike's been looked over by, by people that know what the hell they're doing. And it's ready for the trip, I think. I think it's ready for the trip. Hoping it's ready for the trip. So I thought I'd talk to you today about some of the stuff getting ready to come up and happen on the channel. Really, that's what I figured I'd talk to you about. And I thought I'd do it while I was commuting to work. So, you're coming along with me on a ride. So yeah, we've already had, if you haven't seen it already, there's an episode back there called, Planning a Long Distance Trip, and there's an episode called, How I Pack for a long distance trip or whatever. So this coming Tuesday, which will be, I don't even know what damn date it is. Today is July 21st. So, and it's Friday. So Tuesday would be 25th. July 25th, we will be, this video will drop. And then the following Tuesday from that will be when I put out or release the video where I show you exactly what I bring, everything. I will show you every single thing that I bring on this trip. And so everything that I bring and how I pack, how I load out each side of the saddlebag. So today what I thought I'd talk to you about is sort of the pre-trip preparations that we all tend to do. And I kind of already mentioned it. So we make sure our tires are going to last. We check them pretty good, and make sure that we think they'll make it the mileage that we're getting ready to have to go. If they're not, then we get them changed here. Any maintenance that we know is needed on the bike. So for instance, one of the things we need to do before we leave, it's going to probably happen this weekend or have to happen this weekend. The last time Juan took his fairing off to monkey with his, or to fix his speakers, replace the speakers, whatever. When he put it back on, the high beam and low beam light in his headlight got switched. They got reversed. So I know we're going to have to, at some point this weekend, we're going to have to take off Juan's fairing, get to that light, and switch it so that it's now, showing the right stuff, or is in the right place. So, things to think about when you're preparing for your trip. And what I mean by that is, you're about this far out from going on your trip. Maybe a week, 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks out. Some of this stuff, I definitely do it at least 2 weeks out. And the main reason for that is I want time to be able to ride the bike after someone's had their hands on it other than me to make sure everything's copacetic and kosher. So some of the things we think about, tires for sure. We check to make sure we think our tires are going to make it that distance. Oil changes, service, general service that the bike needs. If it's gonna take parts, unless it's gonna be, if it's gonna happen at any point during the trip, we usually get the service done before we go. Now, with that said, some trips it's unavoidable. You're gonna have to get service done on your bike, or you're gonna want to get service done on your bike partway through the trip. Like we went to California, we all had oil changes, 1,000 miles before we left for California. And we knew by the time we got there, the way we were going, that it was going to result in us having to get oil changes while we were out there. So we just went ahead and scheduled an appointment at the Harley Davidson dealership. And that was what kind of governed when we needed to be in Napa Valley on that trip. We've already, just with some of the maintenance that I've had to do on the bike recently, I've already kind of had it apart and checked it out myself. Still do that before we leave. I'm going to, lost a little bit of weight, and when I took my wife out to Lake Lure a little while ago, a couple of weeks back, I adjusted the preload. I adjusted my rear suspension when I took the wife out to the lake, and I have not adjusted it back, and I need to because I've lost a little bit of weight, and with the amount of weight I'm going to load on the bike, which is usually it's around 60 pounds, because I put about 20 in each of the saddlebags, and then between my sissy bar bag and what's in it, and the helmet and the leather sitting on top of it, this year I'm bringing a computer. That's going to be about another 20 pounds. So I'm guessing 60 pounds. And I'm pretty accurate because the only thing I haven't really weighed is the sissy bar bag. Everything else has been weighed. So, that's why I feel pretty confident at 60 pounds. And if I use that to set the preload, I might go a little softer. Might go a little softer than the preload calls for. Just because these Messler tires run at a higher pressure, and they do feel really good. I mean, you feel like you're stuck to the road, but I think when the preload is adjusted differently, the bike's going to ride a little smoother. That's what I feel like, at least. So we shall see. I don't have fancy, before you ask, I don't have fancy suspension on the back of the bike. I've got the stock suspension. So the only thing I can really adjust is the preload, which is why I'm mentioning it. And I know that some of the things that I think the preload should do, they don't do. It's the rebound that does it instead of the preload. I get that, but right now I haven't seen the need to replace my rear suspension. Now, having said that, I've never ridden a bike that had the rear suspension changed on it. David is going to get his done probably after we get back from this trip. If not after we get back from this trip, it'll be sometime, over the next few months. Once he gets his done, I'll ask to ride his bike and see if I can tell him notice the difference. So yeah, some of the other things to think about are what kind of weather you're going to be riding in. Now for us, this is going to be an interesting trip. And the reason it's going to be an interesting trip is because none of us has ever ridden where we are getting ready to ride. After about the first, let's call it 200 miles on next Friday. Everything else we ride from there until we get back is new territory for us. Never explored it, never ridden there. Don't know what the conditions are like. We do know, well, I've looked at the average temperatures. I do know that it's going to be cooler there than it normally is on our road trips. And what I mean by that is this is the first time we've gone north. Usually we go in the middle of summer and we go south and we go through the desert and then we come back kind of northerly, but still through the high desert. So we're still dealing with some days on that trip where we bust triple digits quite a few days in a row. And then some kind of cool days on the way home before it heats back up again and it gets hot. But, so yeah. Think about the climate you're going to be riding in. And make sure you have the right stuff. Now for us, because it's going to be cooler, I'm probably going to be bringing more layers, is what I'll say. So I'll add an extra long sleeve t-shirt to the pile that I bring. I'll add an extra sweatshirt. Why am I bringing extras of those two things? Just in case the day that I'm wearing one of them, it rains and I need a day for it to dry out. So, bringing extras of that. Definitely have my long johns with me, and I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to be wearing the leather jackets more this trip than we normally would. So, and I'm okay with that. I like my leather jacket. It's comfortable. But yeah. So think about the climate you're going to be riding in and make sure you plan accordingly. What's going on, homie? And, yeah, so those are some of the things to consider. Climate, condition of your motorcycle. Comment down below if you think I missed anything. That's a good talking point. Comment down below if you think I missed anything. I don't think I have, but, you let me know. The first episode, I'm going to do the Canada trip. The videoing of it and the way that it's portrayed in video is going to be different than how California was done. But in terms of how I'm going to release it, I'm doing that the same way I did California. So, in other words, I'm going to make an episode for each day and release those episodes sequentially over the next several weeks. Now, what might change is whether I lump the travel days all together into one film and then put the other stuff in there, or, do a day for each of the days that we're actually in Halifax, or whether I'm going to just, treat each day as its own thing. I got a feeling I'm going to end up treating each day as its own thing, because I think enough stuff's going to happen each day that is interesting, that it warrants its own episode. At least I think it will. So, yeah. But I wanted to let y'all know that you wouldn't have to wait a long time to start seeing the stuff out of Canada. Also, pay attention to the channel. Click the notification bell, like, subscribe. I am going to be dropping some lives, or some shorts, I should say, while I'm in Canada. Sure, I'm going to do some of those. Might go live, haven't decided yet. But if I do decide to go live, you'll want to be notified, because I'm sure that's going to be a hoot. I've never gone live before in my life doing anything. Might just end up doing shorts, because I kind of feel like I want to do shorts more than I want to go live. Mainly because I'm one of those guys that wants to comment if you, say something to me. I want to acknowledge that it happened so that you know that I know that it happened. And unfortunately, I cannot. I have a hard time doing that when I am also trying to talk to you guys. All right, so that's going to be it for today. I am almost to my parking garage. So I will see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Again, like, subscribe, share with your friends, click that notification bell. Always ride safe.